Finally, Phil's main contact, a cousin of the deceased, got in touch.
By the third day, I think it was, I had a call from the eldest of the cousins and said that the family's decided they're going with me, and when this guy arrives, they'll let him know that there's nothing, his services aren't needed.
Phil's hard work had paid off, and 10 heirs on the father's side had been found in South Africa. But one cousin wanted to find out more about his English relatives.
Quentin phoned me up out of the blue and introduced himself. We had a long chat. He then said he's coming over to see his grandson, who had recently arrived, and he would like to meet up.
After meeting his new grandson in London, Quentin's looking forward to finding out more about his cousin's past.
Never over the years that as a child growing up did I know, or in my adult life did I know that there were any family members living in the UK. I would really like to find out more about him. It would give us an insight into other family members and how he lived and where he lived and what he did.
Quentin is hoping that heir hunter Phil can give him some answers.
I'll take it you must be Quentin.
Yeah, how are you?
Nice to see you at last.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Found it all right?
No problem at all. Yeah.
Shall we go in?
Wonderful, thank you. I'll follow you.
Quentin stands to inherit part of his cousin's estate, which he'll share with 9 other heirs, and he's keen to find out as much as possible about his life.
I found that Philip, his father, Doris, his mother, and him as a child of 1 year old were travelling from Durban,
South Africa,
on the part of the Union Castle line.
Right.
They're actually travelling on the Stirling Castle.
Okay.
And there she is, departing Durban, South Africa, and she arrives in Southampton on the 3rd of March 1950. It shows Philip, her husband, as well as Philip, the son. 3 years later, the father died, and I believe from other family members that I spoke to, he died of some sort of cancer. And Doris didn't settle in South Africa, so she came back to England with her son Philip. There were uncles that kept in touch with her. Once they died off and she died, then the link sort of faded away.
Do you have any information on what Philip actually did as a profession?
I actually have his death certificate, yeah, and you can see he was born 18th of July 1949. He was an accountant.